Let me ask you something. If I took everything off your resume, I mean the job title, the company logo, the years of experience, and I put you in a room with a business owner who desperately needs your expertise, would you know how to charge them for it? Not could you help them? I already know you could. But would you know how to position yourself, package your knowledge, and actually get paid what you're worth as a consultant? That is my question. Because here's what nobody tells you about the transition from corporate professional to consultant. Most people do it completely backwards. And the ones who try it the wrong way, they either never start or they start and quietly retrieve back to the job embarrassed and broke. So I'm going to show you the way that works for people with real jobs, real schedules, and real expertise. And I'm going to show you exactly where the wrong way goes wrong because once you see it, you will never unsee it. I want you to stay with me. So, real quick, who am I talking to? You're a professional, you've got years in your field, you're good at your job, maybe really good. And somewhere in the back of your mind, there is this quiet voice that keeps saying, my skills are worth more than what they're paying me. If only I knew how to offer this outside my job. I don't know if that sounds familiar. But so you're not alone. That voice isn't vanity, that voice is vision. My name is Richard Olo. I work with corporate professionals, CPS, HR managers, insurance executives, tech leaders, helping them transition into consulting using what I call the two-phase offer builder for busy professionals. It's not theory. It's not a course that takes you 6 months to complete before you can do anything. It is an actual system for taking what's already in your head and turning it into a structured, sellable consulting offer without quitting your job. And I want to walk you through what that actually looks like. But first, I need to show you the mistake people make before they find this method that I'm about to share with you. I have worked with many professionals to recognize these three traps that sabotage the consulting transition before it ever happens. And here is what makes these traps dangerous. They don't look like traps. They look like being responsible. They look like being thorough. They look like you are doing the right thing. So let me break it down for you. The first trap is what I call the expert waiting room. Yes, so the number one trap is what I call the expert waiting room. This is the professionals who say, I'll start consulting when I know more, when I get one more certification, when I finish that extra course, when I have been in my industry for 20 years instead of 15. So, can I tell you something? That day never comes. You know what I know? Because I have seen a CPA with 18 years of experience and an MBA sit paralyzed for months, wondering if she was an expert enough to consult. Oh, yes, she's my client. She's director of finance at a global health organization, overseeing financial strategy across multiple country programs. By every measure, she is already an expert. But she was sitting in the expert waiting room. Here's what you need to understand. Expertise is not the door, it's the key. You already have the key. What you are missing is the door, and that's the offer. The moment she stopped waiting and started packaging what she already knew, she created the Financial Reporting Clarity Insight program, helping non-profit leaders with financial reporting, and she launched it while still employed. The expertise waiting room is a comfortable lie. Stop waiting, start building. Trap number 2 is what I call the content fast curse. This one is sneaky because it looks like progress. This is the professional who decides they will start a podcast, build a YouTube channel, post consistently on LinkedIn for 90 days, grow an audience fast, then make an offer. Now listen to me. Content is powerful. I'm literally talking to you through a YouTube video right now. But there is a massive difference between using content to support an existing offer and using content to delay building one. If you're creating content before you have a consulting offer, you are building a following for a business that doesn't exist. Think about it this way. Imagine if Jay-Z, yes, Jay-Z spent 5 years posting about music on social media, but never actually released an album. All the engagement, no product. That is content first cast. Imagine again, you build a stadium, but even without knowing which sports you're going to play in. You see, so the offer comes first, the content amplifies it, not the other way around. So think about Catherine Wahome, co-founder and president of the African Insurance Women Association, fellowship of the Chartered Insurance Institute, CEO of her own insurance brokerage. She came to me with years of experience and social media presence. What she didn't have was a package offer. We built her insurance leadership accelerator first. Then her content started converting because now her content had somewhere to send people. So you have to build the content first, then tell people about it. Trap number 3 is the one that breaks people's hearts. I call it the testimonial cash. It goes like this. I don't have clients yet, so I don't have testimonials. So I can't get clients without testimonials. So I will just wait. So this is, circular thinking, and it's the most common reason smart, qualified professionals never launch. Now, here's the truth. You have more proof than you think. You just haven't called it proof yet. Every time you solve a problem at work, that's a case study. Every time a colleague came to you for advice, that's a testimonial waiting to be documented. Every time your intervention saved a project, a budget, a process, that is a result. The proof was already happening. You were just getting paid a salary for it instead of a consulting fee. Look at Ruth Wangu, a CPA HR manager of one of the public institutions. She didn't come to me with a client roster. She came with a career full of transformations she had facilitated for other people. So we reframed her existing experience as her offer proof. And she launched her authentic living practice, helping burned out corporates find work that aligns to who they truly are. So you see, you don't need testimonial to start. You need to start to get the testimonials. So if those are the 3 traps, what's the right way? I know you should be asking, what's the right way, coach? I built a framework specifically for corporate professionals. I call it the 2-phase offer builder for busy professionals. And I'm going to walk you through both phases right now. So phase 1 is what I call extraction. Not invention, not reinvention, but extraction. The goal here is to pull out what you already know and identify which specific part of your expertise has the highest market value. So here's what most people get wrong. They try to package everything they know. HRs who say general HR. They want to teach the whole curriculum. But consultants don't sell everything. They sell the thing people are willing to pay for right now. That is very key. There is a concept I love for this. In parts of Africa, there are communities that live directly above diamond deposits, living on billions of dollars of value. Not because they don't have it, but because nobody showed them how to extract it. So your expertise is that diamond. Extraction is the process of identifying exactly which facet of it the market is ready to pay for. That is what we do in extraction. So in phase 1, you answer 3 questions. 1, what specific problem have you solved repeatedly in your job for other people? I want you to pause the video and I want you to answer that question right now. Question number 2, who else in the world faces that same problem and currently has no good solution? Can you answer that question again? Question number 3, what does it cost them financially, emotionally, professionally to stay stuck in that problem? So those 3 questions are the foundation of your consulting offer. This brings me to phase 2, which is packaging. So phase 2 is packaging. This is where your expertise becomes an offer. And there is a very specific difference between expertise and an offer. Expertise is I know a lot about HR strategy. That is expertise. An offer is I help burned out HR professionals build people management system that reduced turnover by 40% in 90 days. And do you see the difference? The offer tells someone exactly what they get, who it's for, and what changes for them. So in packaging, you define 4 things. Number 1, your specific outcome, not what you teach, what they achieve. Second, your delivery method. How do you actually work with clients? Is it one-on-one? Is it group? Is it online? Is it a combination? Number 3, your timeline. How long does it take to get the result? Is it 6 weeks? Is it 90 days? And number 4, your price. And let me be direct with you. Start at a minimum of $2,000. Not because you're greedy, because anything less attracts people who aren't serious. And serious clients get better results, and serious clients don't get results. So remember, people don't pay for information, they pay for transformation. So price for the transformation, not the information. So that's the 2 phases of a builder. Extract the value, package it into an offer, and do it while you are still employed. Please hear me on that. Do it while you're still employed. Now, I want to tell you about someone who didn't have perfect conditions, didn't have a plan, didn't even have a job at that moment, the moment she started. It's called Catherine, was head of a technology firm. Then one day, she was fired. No warning, no plan B, and her world shattered. Now, most people in that position do one of the 2 things. They either spiral or they rush to update their CV and apply for the same kind of role somewhere else. Catherine did something different. She came to me and we went through the extraction process together. What came out wasn't a takeover at all. What came out was something deeper. Her lived experience of surviving betrayal, dismissal, and public shame, and turning it into her strength, into a mission. She built what she called her comeback code, a transformational coaching offer, helping women whose worlds have been shattered to rise from crisis to clarity, from shame to strength. Think about such a mission. So she went from fired to founder, not because she had everything figured out, but because she finally looked at what she had survived and decided, that's my offer, that's my mission. If Catherine could build a consulting offer from the most broken pieces and season of her life, what's your excuse? So here's where we are. You know the 3 traps: the expertise waiting room, the content fast cash, and the testimonial cash. You now know the 2 phases: extraction, which is figuring out what you already have, and packaging, which is turning it into something people can buy. And you've seen what it looks like when real professionals like you, with real jobs, real challenges, and real lives, what they actually do. Now, here's the question only you can answer. Are you going to sit in the waiting room, or are you going to go to build? If you are serious about making this transition, not someday, but now, I've built something I call the 2 of a Builder live workshop. It happens every Tuesday evening. It's where I personally work with professionals like you. We go through the full 2 phase of a builder, build your consulting offer, and hopefully show you how to launch it while you're still employed. So the link is going to be in the description. I want you to click it. I want you to fill it up, and let's meet in the live workshop. And if you're not ready for that yet, that's okay. But do this one thing before you close this video. Write down the answer to this question. What problem have I solved repeatedly at work that people outside my company would pay to solve too? Just one answer. That's it. That's your starting point. I would be glad to know it in the comment because I read every single one. And if you have not yet, subscribe if this hits different. Share it with one professional in your network who you know is sitting on expertise that haven't packaged it yet. I'm Coach Richard Olo, and I will see you in my next video.